Picture a place where bullet trains leave so punctually that a 20-second delay makes the evening news, where a barista thanks you 5 different ways for a $3 latte, and where rent, groceries, healthcare, even cross-country vacations cost less than half of what you'd pay in London or Los Angeles. That place is Japan, and more people than ever are wondering if the land of the rising sun might be the land of their new beginning. Over the next 10 minutes, we'll explore the visas that open the gate, the economics that stretch every paycheck, the culture of kindness you can feel on day one, and the realities, good and bad, that come with making the leap. Before we talk visas, let's zoom out for a reality check. Government tallies show that mid to long-term foreign residents hit a record 3.76 million by the end of 2024, a 10% jump in just 12 months. Westerners are a growing slice of that pie. Roughly 66,000 Americans, 21,000 Britons, 12,000 Australians, and nearly 12,000 Canadians now call Japan home, with each group rising year over year. And the workforce numbers echo the trend. Japan logged more than 2 million registered foreign workers in 2023, the highest ever recorded. So if you make the move, you definitely won't be the only newcomer figuring out chopstick etiquette. First stop, visas made surprisingly easy. Japan's digital Nomad Visa, launched in March 2024, lets remote workers earning about $62,000 stay up to 6 months each year while keeping their foreign job. For the 18 to 30 crowd, the Working Holiday Visa grants an entire year of legal work, often extendable. And if you're an engineer, a scientist, or a startup founder, the highly skilled professional fast track can turn you into a permanent resident in as little as 12 months. A decade ago, those pathways barely existed. Today, they feel almost like an invitation. Now let's talk wallets, because numbers tell a story no postcard can. Tokyo isn't cheap in absolute terms, but stack it against other global capitals and things get interesting. A downtown one-bedroom that would drain £3,000 a month in London averages under $1,500 in Tokyo, often with a newer building, a smart toilet, and a view. A monthly unlimited transit pass? Around $63 compared with New York's $127. Utilities run lower too, thanks to efficient insulation and appliances designed for small spaces. Groceries surprise newcomers most of all. A full basket of fresh produce, rice, tofu, and fish often rings in at 40% less than a comparable haul in California. Eating out can be downright thrifty. A steaming bowl of tonkatsu ramen rarely tops $10, and conveyor belt sushi lets you feast for the price of a single London takeaway. Even healthcare is gentler on the bank account. National insurance premiums hover near $200 a month for many expats, and a routine doctor visa costs pocket change. And here's a hidden bonus. Japan's low crime rate means you're unlikely to budget for things like bike locks, smash car windows, or expensive renter's insurance. Every yen saved on daily life becomes yen you can spend on travel, lessons, or dare I say, the latest anime collectibles. Your money simply goes farther east of the prime meridian. Of course, saving is sweeter when the surroundings are inspiring. Enter Japan's infrastructure dream team. Fiber optic internet averaging well above 100 megabits per second, trains that run on time with an almost ceremonial precision, and co-working cafes sprinkled like Wi-Fi confetti in every neighborhood. Need a complete change of scene? Slide your laptop into a backpack, board a Shinkansen in Tokyo, answer a few Slack messages at 300 kilometers per hour, and step off in Osaka before your coffee cools. Productivity and adventure become two sides of the same Suica card. But statistics alone don't trigger plane tickets. People do. Ask anyone who has spent more than a week in Japan what surprised them most, and you'll hear a common refrain. Everyone is so polite. The word for it is omotenashi, a mix of hospitality and mindfulness baked into daily life. You'll feel it the moment a convenience store clerk bows while handing you a 90-cent onigiri. You'll feel it when a train conductor apologizes, twice, because the express departed 30 seconds early. And you'll really feel it the first time you misplace a wallet, only to have it returned, cash intact, an hour later by a stranger who jogged to catch up. Politeness isn't just surface charm, it's systemic. Buses wait until every passenger is seated before moving. Construction sites hide their machinery behind cartoon-patterned curtains, so the street still feels friendly. Even language encourages care. The honorific san, after someone's name, reminds you they deserve respect. For newcomers, this steady baseline of kindness can feel like a social exhale. Suddenly, the city of 30 million people doesn't seem overwhelming. It feels coordinated. Cultural richness sweetens the deal. Picture sipping matcha under silent cherry blossoms, cheering at a sumo bout so close you can hear the wrestlers breathe, or joining a neighborhood summer festival where locals hand you a paper lantern and treat you like you've lived there for years. Food is both art and everyday fuel. Michelin star ramen costs the price of a London pub burger, and a convenience store egg sandwich so pillowy it became viral sits next to perfectly chilled canned coffee. Safety amplifies the freedom to explore. Japan's violent crime rate hovers near statistical invisibility, which means late-night strolls through narrow Kyoto alleys are more thrill than risk. Parents let primary school kids ride trains solo. Tourists nap on park benches surrounded by unattended bicycles. That baseline of trust reclaims mental bandwidth you didn't know you were spending elsewhere.
And then there's nature everywhere, all year. In spring, a short train ride south lands you in fields of endless pink petals. Summer brings ocean swims in Okinawa's turquoise lagoons or mountain hikes in Nagano's cool highlands. Autumn fires the maples into neon reds and oranges along every temple path. Winter caps it off with Hokkaido powder so light, locals call it Japao. Rail passes slice ticket prices in half, so impromptu escapes cost less than London's weekend parking. Reality check time, because no place is utopia. Traditional corporations still battle chronic overtime. Language barriers appear the moment you leave tourist corridors. Google Translate is helpful, but not fluent. Certain apartments require key money, a non-refundable gift to the landlord equal to 1 or 2 months' rent. And remember, the digital Nomad Visa tops out at 6 months. Stay beyond that, and you'll need a different permit or a periodic exit and re-enter strategy. Planning and patience are mandatory luggage. Yet for many, the benefits dominate. Listen to a few quick voices. A Canadian game developer says his migraines disappeared once Tokyo trains replaced his downtown Toronto traffic crawl. A Filipino graphic designer in Osaka boasts she doubled her savings rate while actually eating out more often. An American family in Kyoto reports that their kids, ages 8 and 10, now bike to school through temples every morning and have learned more Japanese honorifics than English slang. Different origins, same conclusion. Life feels lighter here. So why are people moving to Japan? 3 welcoming visas, cost of living math that turns austerity into abundance, infrastructure that hums like a finely tuned violin, a culture that greets you with bow and smile, and natural beauty that appears whenever you check the weekend forecast. Add it up, and your money and your peace of mind stretch in ways that seem almost impossible in the West. If the idea has been lingering in your head, maybe it's time to run the numbers, practice a few phrases, and keep a suitcase within reach. And if this deep dive lit a spark, hit subscribe, tap the bell, and start rehearsing your arigato gozaimasu. See you in the land of the rising sun.